Good afternoon, RMT Equipment. Hey, I'm excited to do our June financial review. The second month to send this out, and hopefully you're able to print these sheets off and kind of follow through with me as I go through kind of a financial review. The things that I notice, I guess, as I'm looking at things. The first sheet I'm going to look at is the income by store, so it's this one, and really, the first thing that really shines out to me is Hammett. Way to go, Hammett. You guys were at 6%. That threshold we're trying to get over is 5%. So you guys exceeded that. You're in the green, 6%. Congratulations, way to go. It's neat to see how that was done. It was largely done through service performance. We also had good sales performance in Hammett, but it was mainly that service performance that really was a really strong month. We did have 4 of our 6 stores in the black. Of course, Portland and Las Vegas are part of Chehalis and Salt Lake, respectively. So 4 of the 6 were in the black, and some really good direction. It was great, especially to see Chehalis and Everett in the black this month. Lewiston continues to plug right along, also in the black this month, and year to date, I think Lewiston is leading the way as far as percentages go. So good month. Thanks, you guys. The next one we'll look at is the sales performance. And, really looking at the sales performance, Dwayne and Randy obviously stood out. And I really excited to see 2 of our newer guys exceed that $45,000 available income threshold. Well done. We had 4 guys that were close. Rhett, Austin, Randy, and Rich were close to hitting that $45,000. So I'm excited to see what July has in store for us. When we look at aged inventory, Salt Lake's aged inventory month over month decreased 140,000, and Hammett's decreased about 56,000. Unfortunately, as a company, we actually increased $50,000 in aged inventory. So it's incredibly important that we keep a heavy focus on our aged inventory, and we've got to, especially these next few months, move that needle more than we did in June. I know we sold through a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, we also have stuff that's aging and getting onto that list. So it's critical that we continue to quote and sell and move off of that aged list. Parts. Company-wide, it's easy to see when you look at that sheet, there's a lot of green on there. Parts was our strongest performing department company-wide, and it was most of the stores had great months for parts. When I look at available income, Salt Lake City has the largest available income and also had the largest percentage-wise. 43% available income increase year over year. Well done. I know that there's a lot of hard work and a lot of effort that goes into that. $73,000, so an increase of $22,000 year over year for Salt Lake. Boise had an increase of 13%. Lewiston had an increase of 30%. Chehalis had an increase of 25%, and Everett had an increase of 4%. So company-wide, our parts department available income grew 22% year over year. What a great month. Congratulations to everyone in parts. We do continue, again, kind of that aged inventory is the major focus for us to really look at in parts. We really need to try to drive that down to about 10%. We've got Everett that's at 19, and the other stores are quite a bit over that. So let's continue to look at returns. I know that several returns were done last month, and let's keep pushing that direction. Service performance. So our last kind of department and area to review here. And of course, Hammett, as I mentioned earlier, was the shining star for service, beating that available income expectation at $9,100 over the $7,700 as far as the benchmark goes. We did have 4 of our 6 stores show increases in available income year over year. Boise had an increase of 22%. Hammett had an increase of 28%. Lewiston had an increase of 44%, and Chehalis had an increase of 15%. And so congratulations to those stores. It's great to see that increase happening through the shop. As far as individuals go, we had 6 individuals beat the recovery rate threshold. I know a ton of work goes into that. Alan in Chehalis, congratulations, 127.8%. Either it's a lot of flat rate stuff or some stuff maybe carried over from last month, but either way, 128% is incredible. Congratulations. Terry in Boise at 87%. Andrew in Salt Lake at 83%. Well done, Andrew. Matt in Chehalis at 78%. And Reed and Everett at 77%. Well done, you guys. I know there's a lot of work, a lot of sweat this time of year, and a lot of work that goes into that. We also had 5 guys that were really close to that 75%. Murphy and Emmett in Lewiston, and then Jordan and Scott in Boise, and then Jerry in Hammett. So congratulations on a good month for service, you guys. July is here. I know July is a big vacation month, so I hope that people are able to kind of coordinate work and play and family time and all of those things. The summer's a great time of year, especially when you've got kids. I've got kids that are growing up, and we're trying to squeeze every last moment we can with our kids. So I was able to travel some last month. I hope I'll be able to travel this month and see some of you this month as I get out and about. I really appreciate the efforts, and I really enjoyed over the last month or two visiting with a lot of people to hear about things that we could improve and things that you like about RMT. Let's have a great month in July. I'm excited to see the results for July, and as we continue to go through month after month. Thanks, you guys. Have a good month.